Hi, please pause this video and read the disclaimer carefully before going ahead. Thank you. Hi everyone, welcome to lecture 5, Breakaway Gaps. Breakaway gaps. These types of gaps will break a security out of its previous state of trend and begin a reversal move or a continuation move from that trend. These can include breakout from base, a flat base, a triangle, or any other pattern. Breakaway gaps are form of gaps that the swing traders will want to be on the lookout for. They have highest probability of unhindered multi-day trend moves, right? So basically, a swing trader should, filter these gaps. If someone is just willing to take swing trades, he can figure out, he can, filter the breakout gaps from all other types of gaps and just position himself in the direction of the breakaway gaps. And then maybe, you can just take, 5 trades or 6 trades a month and make a living, viable living, just trading the breakaway gaps. But before we go into all that, let's see something over here. Right here, we have got the previous state of the trend. You can see it. This is what is the previous state of the trend, as it says, the previous state of the trend. So here, the previous state of trend is what? A sideways, right? So we will draw a line over here. Okay. So this is what? This is a flat, right? The previous state of the trend is a sideways trading range, a flat trend. Okay, now there is a breakaway gap over here, which you can see here. This is a breakaway gap, and then the trend goes to the downside. This is what we can see over here. Now, what are the risks? Right, a gap which came over here, this could have gone inside the trading range again. So what we need to know? So if in the previous state of trend here, a flat move, a sideways range, right, we can find 3 distinct low or high. Okay, so here you can see over here, here we have got 1 high, then over here 2 highs, and this the 3 highs. If this is a daily chart, and if you are unable to figure it out on a daily chart, you can go it on a 30-minute chart or a 2-hour chart or a 4-hour chart. There you can see all these waves like structure, the one which I have plotted over here. You will find structure like this. So you have to find 3, highs or 3 lows. You can see over here 1, 2, and 3. So this is the structure which you should be looking for. This decreases the risk of a breakout failure, right? If there is just one high or one low, then the risk of a breakout failure increases several folds, right? So preferably you want to, see 2 or more, right? Ideally 3, right? So 3 highs or lows in that range before a breakaway gap occurs. If there are 3, highs or lows and then a breakaway gap occurs, then it has high probability of a multi-day continuation move, which the swing traders can capture, and obviously a good intraday move for the day traders. So what are the elements which we should be looking for when we are trading the breakaway gaps? The first, we need to see the prior trend. If this, this is a daily chart, so we want our weeklies to be in our favor. Okay, so right, let's consider there is a trend coming from here, and then there is a consolidation over here. So the prior trend was already bearish. So if this is a daily candlestick pattern, then we need our weeklies to make lower lows and lower highs, and then a consolidation, and this daily bars represents that consolidation period, right? So we need the weeklies, the wind behind us. The weeklies will give us the wind which we need, in order to trade the daily. If the weeklies are had made lower lows, lower highs. That means it was in a, bearish trend. So we had the weekly wind behind us, and then we trade, time our entries on the daily. So once we have the weeklies in our favor, and then we get these patterns on the daily, and we have three highs or lows, right? In that pattern, we can see it clearly in that pattern, and then we get a breakaway gap. Then that gap has the potential of multi-day trend move. I hope it's clear, right? If there are only, right, if our weekly is in a trading range, then this will not offer good continuation setup. If the weeklies are overlapping, if the weekly bars are like this, they are all in the overlapping environment, then these kinds of moves on daily will lead to breakout failure. You should not trade them for, multi-day continuation moves. Swing traders should not consider trading these kinds of breakaway gaps if the weeklies are overlapping, if the weeklies, are in a trading range like this. Okay, so if the weeklies are like this, the weekly candles are like this, then you should avoid trading these breakaway gaps for swing trading purposes. Or if your weeklies, are in lower low, lower highs, environment, right? They are in a, downtrend, but you don't have these three distinct, lows or highs, then also you should avoid taking these trades for swing trading, because then the risk, like for example, there are only, 2 points present, then, the third point, this move may come up and blow your stop over here, and then it may come back and, decline. So creating a third, high over here. So it's important that, you need to have this 1, 2, 3 when you look for trading ranges and break up your gaps, pull your, convert your chart, see it in 30-minute time frame, 2-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame. And if you see this wave, this structure like this, then it's a high probability setup. Now let's, see the type of breakaway gaps. So basically there are 4 types of breakaway gaps. Okay, yeah, here we have it. So the first one is a trap gap. Now the trap gaps can be bull trap and a bear trap. And I will go in detail. I'll discuss all these type of breakaway gaps in detail. Here I'm just giving you an overview of these breakaway gaps. So if you don't understand everything, it's totally fine, totally acceptable. We will go and discuss it in detail. I'm just giving you the overall idea of the breakaway gaps, the big picture. Okay, so the first one is a bull trap gap. So the trap gap, basically a trap gap. So trap gap can be a bull trap gap and a bear trap gap. Bull trap gap, as the name says, traps the bull, right? So here what happens, you see basically, you will find bull trap gap when there is a channel or when the market is trending upside. Here you can see the market is trending upside. We can draw a channel also over here. It can be like this, a very narrow channel. And when the market is trending up, right, or it's in a channel where it's, making higher highs and higher lows, uptrend, and then it completely, breaks, away, right? It completely breaks away. Here you can see this is a channel uptrend. The last candle is very important when you are looking for trap gaps. Here you can see this is a red green candle. So the bulls who, took their positions over here, took their positions over here, took their positions over here, were finally trapped. Here what happens, yesterday the market was green, it closed on its tops. Bulls were hoping that market will go higher, right, since it's an uptrend. But what happened, the market, completely braked, downsides, and it's a big gap. So all the bulls who purchased over here, here, here are all trapped now, because this is a big gap. It completely, the gap is completely in the opposite direction, downward. So there is a, all the bulls are scared. That is the reason we say that it's a bull trap. All the bulls are trapped, who purchased it over here, here, everywhere, considering that this is going to go higher. So now these trap gaps can sometime, halt the trend, it can lead to sideways move, and sometimes it can, start a downtrend. So this was our bull trap gap. In the same way, we have bear trap gaps. Let me remove these drawings. Okay, the second one is a triangle or a range breakaway gap. So you can see the structure. The structure is of a triangle. We have, and whenever you are trading these kinds, as I said it before, for the breakaway gaps, we need to have at least 2 to 3 highs or lows. So here you can see, here we have got one, here we have got two, and here we have got the third one. So this is a daily chart. If you convert it into a 30-minute chart, so you can see this, lows, swings, one swing, two swing, three swing, and then finally a breakaway gap to the downside. And the structure resembles to a triangle. So that is the reason we call it a triangle or a range breakaway gap. Now, another basic rule, in fact, it's the same thing, right? Whenever you are trading this triangle kind of a pattern, we have a triangle breakaway gap. This should have at least 5 points, right? One, two, three, and at the bottom, four, five. Here we have got at least 6 points. So this triangle should have at least 5 points. So one, two, three, four, five. Basically, here we need to have one, two, three, a wave like a structure. Okay. So this was our triangle or range breakaway gap. Now the third one is bull flag breakaway gap. Okay, so as the name suggests, this is a bull flag. I assume all of you have some degree of experience trading. So this is the most basic pattern. We call it a flag. Flag is something like this. We have a pole and then there is a congestion, right, like this. And then, there is a continuation move. This is what we typically call a flag in the classic technical analysis. This is a flag pattern. Now this flag pattern, when this, you get a gap over here at this position, right? Right. So you can see there is a big move. This is a good, momentum move. You can see several gaps, going toward the upside, or, a very good strong move coming over here, then a congestion. And then finally here you see you know, a gap over here. So this is our flag gap. Here it's a bull flag gap, right? Usually these moves, I don't have the moving average plotted over here. So, but usually these bull flag gaps or bear flag gaps, usually a 9 period or a 10 period moving average, it would touch the 9 days, 9 periods moving average or a 10 period moving average. So you can see the structure, it's like a flag. We have this pole, flag, and then a gap over here. So this was our flag breakaway gap, bull flag. And the day over here after the, break happens finally is a day which has closed on its highs, giving the sign that yes, there is a strength, right? This is another clue which you should be looking. You see this day, the green day has closed on its top, in the top 20%. If a day closes on its top 20%, it shows that it has a strength. So this, breakaway gap followed by a green candle which closed on its top 20% range, gives us added confidence that yes, this is going to run for several days to come. If you are a day trader, I basically only day trade. I don't take, swing trades. So I would basically, book my profit, when the market, comes, in the top range. And if, for some reason, if I had to carry it, then, I may book 50% of my position the same day, and then the 50% of the position, I would let it run as long as the market is making higher highs and higher lows. So this was the third gap, the bull flag breakaway gap. Now coming to the fourth one, the channel break or the pivot gap. So here what we need, you cannot see it over here. So there was a prior trend like this coming over here. And we had a pivot over here, which is marked by this dashed line. Then we have a move which came here, and then a move, right? So then a move went into this line, this dashed line, this pivot in the form of a channel, right? So here you can see the channel in the yellow, right? So just let me see, teach you one more concept over here. So when you see that, like this move over here, this move over here, this move is what? A strong move. When the candles go like this, the overlap is minimum. That means it has a strength, right? But when this bars start overlapping, there is a channel kind of a move. So this channel, although this is also uptrend and this is the earlier one is also uptrend, both are uptrend, but this channeling kind of move is a slower move, it's a slower uptrend in comparison to this move, right? When it markets moves in a channel means the bears are also pushing the market lower, and that is the reason it's moving like a channel, not like a spike. A spike uptrend and a channeling uptrend. A channeling uptrend is slower in comparison to a spike uptrend. So here what you see, this is the pivot one, right? Here the dash line is there, and then in a channel it tests over here. So channeling moves are slower uptrends. So a slower upward moves is testing this pivot. And then, we have a break over here. A gap is over there. I will remove all these drawings. So a faster move than a slower move in the form of a channel touches that pivot, this pivot, and then there is a gap over here, right? Although this gap didn't had a continuation move downside, right? But it gave good intraday opportunity, right? The market went this tail you can see over here. So market went on an intraday basis, market went quite low and then it recovered. So it didn't offer the opportunity to ride the trend downside because this was a gap down. But then you see what happens after the gap down. The market closed on its highs, right? So it completely rejects the notion that the market will decline below. Had this candle been a red candle closing in the bottom 20%, right? Then we could have, taken short positions here, for a multi-day move. But this is a green candle. There was a channel break gap, pivot gap, but then immediately, it got buyers attention. The buyers took the position and it closed near its highs. Okay, I'll repeat it again. We had this gap towards downside, but we didn't took this trade, right? Because the day didn't closed in its bottom 20%. Rather, it closed in the top 20%. Hence, we didn't take any short trades for multi-day moves. For intraday, it offered good opportunity. You can see this tail. The tail shows that the market went, down, right, for good amount. Okay, so we had covered all these gaps, right? These are all the types. This was a short introduction of all these breakaway gaps, and we will discuss them in details in the coming lessons.